overall, what did you think about first day?
It's been good. I mean, we've had 2 days. Started Wednesday and had a good day Wednesday and had a good day today. 2 days in helmets only really, and so we're a lot different football team than we were. We're bigger and stronger and faster and have a little bit more numbers here and there, and so I've been real encouraged. It's guys have picked up where they left off as far as the offseason conditioning and everything goes. So, I'm encouraged. We've got to keep getting better. We'll know more when we put the pads on after spring break. But really pleased. And I think we made a ton of progress from where we were a year ago, and kind of excited about the direction we're headed.
What made Shane so sure?
Well, I think Shane was, had played a lot of football. I tried to recruit him when he was at Arlington Lamar when I was at Cal, and got to know him a little bit in that process, and then obviously played against him when I was at Cal as well, and he came and started as a true freshman, and really played well against us, what I liked about him, he's obviously a good football player, but I liked his demeanor, his attitude, his leadership, his toughness. Being the starting quarterback at the University of Texas as a true freshman is not an easy thing to do. There's a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure and a lot of things associated with that. I thought he handled it really well. And I think what I was impressed with was handling not only being the starting quarterback, but also losing his job and the way he handled that, and talking to people at Texas, and just the kind of team guy he was. And so anytime you have a chance to add somebody like that to your football program that's got the experience he's got, that's played in big games, that's had success, that's that kind of leader and that kind of player, then it's hard not to be excited about it.
What's the difference this year having a huge senior class as opposed to last year having maybe 10?
Yeah, I think, this time last year we really had so few seniors. We ended up adding so many grad transfers last year to really get our senior class to double digits. And so, a lot of guys that I think the buy-in's a lot bigger, in year two than it was in year one. I think these guys are on a mission. It's a big senior class, and they've been through a lot. A lot of these guys came in under June Jones, and some of them did, and then it was Chad Morris, and then now it's me, and so I think some of those guys are determined to end this in the right way. And so coaching changes are never easy, and all the stuff that goes along with it. And I think that we're in a really good place. I think the guys are in a good place mentally. I think they've really done a good job in the offseason strength and conditioning, and feel like that we're, we still have to develop a lot of depth. We're still really, deficient from a numbers perspective in certain spots, but there's more competition than there ever has been. And I think there's a standard that the guys are starting to understand, a standard of performance and a standard of work ethic and attitude, that maybe they didn't quite understand a year ago.
You moved Trevor Denbo to safety. What sort of went behind that decision, and what have you seen from him there so far?
Yeah, I think, look, Trevor can run. I think the thing that Trevor did is he went out and ran 4.5 at 220-something pounds. And so, we tried to play him at that nickel spot last year, and felt like he's probably really a boundary safety. And I think it just kind of fits his mentality and what he can do, fits his skill set. And so, he's a really good athlete, and he's one of those unique guys that is big enough to play the run, and physical enough to play the run, and is athletic enough to be able to cover. He's got good ball skills for somebody that's as big as he is too. So, I think it's a good position for him, and I think it's something that, he's got to improve his communication. Trevor's a pretty quiet guy, and those safeties have really got to get everybody else lined up, and they got to learn to communicate, and that'll be the one adjustment that he has to make. It's going to be a little bit different, but beyond that, I think it's a natural move for him.
The QB room is going to look a lot different from Sunday during preseason camp. How does that affect the way you go through spring, and how does that?
It doesn't affect us at all, really. The thing is, it's like anything else. When Shane gets here, he knows that he'll have to compete for a job, and Will's taking advantage of every single snap he gets right now. And And that's just the way things work. What we do as coaches is we recruit good players and put them on the field and let them compete against each other, and whoever performs the best and gives you the best chance to win is your guy. And so, Will is much improved. I mean, I think we've been a little surprised, really, how well he's performed in 2 practices. Now it's just the beginning, but he looks much more comfortable, and he's more accurate. I think he's more confident, and he's executed at a high level. So, it'll be interesting. We feel like we've got 3 or 4 quarterbacks who give us a chance to win, and we'll kind of see how it plays out.
Obviously, injuries are part of it. You had some guys banged up at the end of last year, like Ryan Becker, Kevin Johnson. Do you have any updates on them? And are you missing any other guys in spring?
Well, Eric Sutton's not going to practice much. Obviously, KJ won't practice at all this spring. Ryan will be back next week. He's just had a little bit of a back spasm. He's fine though. The knee's fine. I think really beyond that, I think we're pretty healthy. We've had 2 practices. We've gotten a lot of reps. It hadn't been the most physical, but the guys have held up pretty well. And so I think we're so much further along than we were a year ago. Just our strength and our size, and I think that we're just better trained than we were a year ago. And I think as a result of that, we'll stay healthy and have a real productive spring.
Listen to a few guys at the safety position. First of all, can you maybe talk a little about Elijah McQueen and Mike White?
Yeah, Elijah's another one that Elijah's probably had a career-ending injury. Something that we kind of found that was, that we found that none of us knew about. So he's not going to play. So we're dealing with a little bit of issues in terms of depth at that safety position. And, good thing is we've got some guys that we feel like we can develop and continue to improve. We got to find some depth. I mean, that's going to be one of those positions where we feel pretty good right now with the starters, but we got to find some guys that are quality backups. And we have some freshmen coming in that we think can do some things for us and contribute. But that's the one position right now that when you look at our depth that we're a little bit concerned about.
What have you seen out of Terrence Gibson so far?
What I like about Terrence is I love his attitude. He's an all-business guy. He's not afraid at all. Sometimes freshman comes in and those guys are a little bit hesitant. That's not part of his vocabulary. That's just not who he is. So he's come in with a lot of confidence, and he's got a big arm. I think we saw that on film. He's got a big arm, and for someone who had ACL surgery, late September, early October, he's bounced back really well. He's had a quick recovery, and so he's not doing much, from a contact perspective. We're trying to keep him healthy, but just the stuff he's competing in. I mean, he's done a great job, and he's eager to learn, and he's an exceptional athlete. So we're glad to have him.
Last year you used 3 running backs, and you talked about how you went with the guy that matched up better from one week to the next. Now with Braden gone, do you envision a 2-back rotation?
We'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes. I mean, I think the good thing is, we feel like the same thing. We have 2 really good high school running backs coming in. We like our depth at that position. There's some, there'll be good competition. Last year, really, we wanted to kind of have that philosophy. Really, it was just about who was healthy last year. The backs were so banged up at times, and so we were just trying to find whoever was most healthy was going to get the most reps that week. And so we got to figure out a way to stay healthy at that spot. And just continue to build some depth.
He's going to be chippy today. Does it seem like seeing?
Yeah, I mean, it's competitive. I mean, I think the good thing is they've got to be able to, to get mad at somebody on the field and then put it behind them and move on. That's the one thing. I like to see it when it's competitive, and guys, sometimes when they're competing hard, sometimes they get mad or upset. It gets a little chippy at times, but that's usually a good sign. I don't know that anybody was real chippy this time last year, and so it just wasn't real competitive. And so I like the direction we're heading in that way.
You talked about Denbo moving to safety, and Pat Jones has moved back and forth with offensive and defensive line a couple times. Anyone else you're trying at a new spot?
Yeah, we're moving Big Ken. Ken's going to play on offensive line for us. I think that's a position that he's probably, makes the most sense for him. He's had 2 practices over there, and he's done some good things. And so we're kind of encouraged to see kind of what he does. And trying to think of what other positions we've had that have changed. Really, that's what I can think of that comes to mind. So Pat's going to stay on the offensive line. You know, the good thing is we've got, I think, 11 or 12 O-linemen this year. This time last year we had 7 last spring. So we're at 12 right now, which allows us to practice. And you know, we need to get those numbers up to 15 or 18. But you know, we got to continue to build, you know, our offensive defensive fronts. I mean, again, that's, you guys have heard me say it a million times, and that's going to determine how good we are as a program, how good we can get up front. So, you know, the good thing is, you know, we're starting to have some young guys that are stepping up and competing, and there's a great competition going on right now on the defensive front. We've got a lot of guys over there that are having to compete every day to you know, keep their jobs. So that's a positive.